No, this is AppleandApps.com. It looks like they're running on I-5 East and they're causing all kinds of damage with the latest Smash Bandits from Hutch Games and the sequel to Smash Cops. It's very similar. The main difference is that now you're on the other side of the law. So with that in mind, let's dive in and play. And let's start it up. So again, this game comes from the makers of Smash Cops, but rather than playing the cops, you're now trying to avoid the cops, hence the Smash Bandits name. And the sequel focuses more on the destruction you can cause, and especially because the game is kind of geared towards the idea that you're on national TV with this police chase, and your maneuvers earn you points, and so try and build that audience that's watching the show. So you want to smash anything you can. We're here on this forest road. You got the cops chasing us already. You can knock other guys off the road. You can see some deluxe explosions. And anything with a little blue indicator on screen is something that you can collide into. And that's going to change as you go and get better cars. You can collide into more things. And so also, the cops are going to keep piling up on you. And we want to get through that police blockade. When you get through the barricade like that, that means you can cause an explosion. Also, when the cops come upside, you have the ram ability, which I acquired at the beginning of this level. And that ram ability lets you smack them off the road, and you want to do it before they try to smack you off the road. Ooh. So they're going to throw out the little spike strip to try to get your tires. Gotta be wary of those.
Let's see what damage they can cause.
Just stand in front of these guys. The main difference, though, is that the original... Oh, big explosion. Beefy. The original focused on an actual level setup, and the sequel is more of an endless run. So now you're just trying to last as long as you possibly can, and your cars are going to degrade as you go. There's that little red circular health meter, and the car's smoking, so it's kind of on its last legs. So we're just going to keep going. And then you can see the spike strip. In the top left, that running tally is the national TV audience, and it's what your final score is going to be based on. Okay. So that's one particular run. You can continue. And the main thing is the game is free to play, and so there's going to be a lot of little things to entice you to actually spend money. Hopefully you can already see those little things. And so that was just one run, kind of wet your whistle. So now we'll dive in more depth of what you can actually do with Smash Bandits. So as you see, there's a whole objective system going on. So that was one particular run. So now let's go in again, and we can purchase this new sports compact car. Because you see it's 10,000, we got 11,000. The next one starts costing chips, and the chips you earn at a very slow rate. So let's get this one that actually still costs this enough currency. Let's show these gadgets that are possible. So you can stash a tank. Yes, so we'll do that. I didn't mention the control scheme. You use your finger and you simply slide left and right to maneuver your car, spin all the way around. So it's really smooth touch controls. Drive over the bridge. And so again, we stash that tank, and that's going to be later in the level. And before that, we should be able to access a water vehicle. If we can not mess this up too bad. And see this little blue indicator? That increases our multiplier. And there's going to be a little white arrow on the side that shows you kind of the path ahead. And that white arrow you want to follow, because it's going to lead you to like that multiplier you get 2 times, 3 times. And that's going to amp up your score, which is the ultimate goal since it's an endless high score game. And so here, now we get the tank upgrade. which means we can run over all kinds of stuff.
Until this felon runs out of highway.
This is when you get some destruction going. The spike strip that. Still can't run over the trees, so keep that in mind. And it's just a temporary power-up, as you saw. We followed the white directional arrow. Really good. Nope, not gonna get us. See, things are really starting to fly around on the screen. And we don't have the ram power, so that means we kind of got to use the environment to our advantage.
As you see here, news
I got 5 cops on our tails.
Runaway felon.
But
looks like this driver
we
is
some
serious trouble. Dangerous scenes in this high-speed pursuit. The suspect has been clocking speed well in excess of the state limit.
Excellent. These cops, they're pretty aggressive. Our car is almost done now. So as you can see, that ram power is pretty essential, but it's going to cost you 500 in-game currency points every single run just to use it. Okay. Had to get some tank action. Almost spun right past. Blast through again. That's a pretty good run. Alright, our car's almost dusted. That. Then this wanted level, that's important too, because we're level 2. Once you get to level 5, which is essentially you go up 1 wanted level per run, that means the game's going to lock you out. You can't race anymore. So you can only do 5 times until you actually have to start spending in-game money or just wait for time for it to replenish. So also keep that in mind. And hopefully you get a good idea of what to expect with Smash Bandits. Again, it's free, universal, there's going to be in-app purchases, and to try to play it free for as long as possible, you're just going to need patience above all else. It's an endless run every single time. You just try to survive for as long as possible, and that's about maintaining the health of your car. And the in-app purchases come in the form of trying to upgrade your vehicles, because those are going to require the chips, which aren't as easy to come by, as well as just using power-ups every single run. So these power-ups aren't permanent, they're temporary use, and it's pretty much consumable IAP. Okay, so then there's another part of the game. You can jump into a speedboat.
SCTV reporting. An incident occurring on the outskirts of town has escalated.
And it gives you like a 60-second rush. It's kind of similar to having a tank, but just on the open ocean. And again, it's temporary destruction death. Let's look at some nice slow down animations. Hopefully you can appreciate these 3D visuals that are included in this game. Really deluxe graphical engine to present this over-the-top arcade action. And this is Apple and App's in-action video, and we hope you enjoyed what we're showing you. We've jumped into the cop car now. This is once you continue a run, what you end up getting. And then you can dash and use the cop car to your advantage. So this is what happens when you reach level 5. It's going to cost you 50 of those coins that you earn 1 or 2 at a time. So again, this is appleandapps.com, checking out Smash Bandit, and we'll talk to you next time.